Hey guys, welcome once again to my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm going to show you how you can create low content books and publish them on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. Alright, so I know the word low content might sound strange, but I'm going to explain to you this is what it actually means. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you're new here, please go right away now and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll be at alert whenever I drop a video on this channel. All right, now also I would love you to watch these videos on how to set up your Amazon KDP account, how to create a payoneer account, and also how to publish your first Kindle ebook on Amazon. If you haven't watched those videos, they are going to help you and guide you through Amazon KDP setup and how you can start earning from Amazon KDP. All right, so the focus of today's video is to show you how you can create low content books on Amazon. So what are low content books? These are more of like journals, books that people can actually buy without much content in it. They are just empty space that one can just get and fill in the details whenever they want. All right, they are more of like when you go to ceremonies, they give you jotters to write on. They give you some kind of books from the program for you to jot down some stuff. That is what I'm actually talking about. You can just be focused on creating low content on Amazon KDP. So when you come to Amazon, let me show you an example of what I mean. So I come to Amazon, you can see these are more of like low content. Let's see, for example, this one you're seeing here. So this is how low content journals looks like. They don't have much content inside, so you'll be the one to fill in whatever it is you want to be inside, you get. So that's why they call them low content. They don't have much details. So like this one you're seeing here now is a leather bag, and they are advertising for it, because if you look here you see sponsored. They're actually advertising it. All right, so I'm going to show you how to create something of such. Okay, so if you check here my Amazon account, this particular account, I haven't published anything here, so that's why I want to show you how to publish low content on this particular account. Okay, so how to get started, we'll be making use of Canva. So we're using Canva to create the low content. I want you to watch this video step by step so that you get all the details correctly. And for us to get started, there are some things you need to understand so that you can get your sizes of your book or the journal you want to work on correctly. Okay, so whether you're working on a low content or you're working on an ebook that people can buy and learn from, you should make sure you're working on size, especially when you are working with paperback or hardcover. Okay, so you should know the difference between paperback, hardcover, and Kindle ebook. Kindle ebooks are more of like what people can actually read on Amazon KDP. Okay, they don't need to go outside the platform before they can access those ebook. They can read them here on the platform. They are called Kindle ebook, and they don't take much time for Amazon to approve them, unlike this paperback and hardcover that takes up to like 48 to 72 hours before they approve them to be live on your account. Okay, so you should know the difference from what I've just said. So now what I'm going to show you is going to help you to actually be able to know how to get the size to get your journals approved immediately or without errors on it while you're trying to upload your journals. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to come to Amazon cover calculator. So this particular site or page helps you to calculate your work very well, so that you know the size you're going to use for your journals. Okay, so I'm just going to guide you through. You will see the link in the comment section or the description of this video for you to get started, or you can as well just type kdp.amazon.com/cover calculator. All right, so when you get here, what you're going to do is you're going to select your binding type. Is it a hardcover or a paperback? So I'm going to say I'm doing a paperback for a start. Then what's the interior like? Is it black and white? Is it premium color? So I'm just going to say black and white. Then what's the paper type? Are you using a cream paper or white paper? So I might just select cream paper, And what's the page turn direction? Is it from right to left or left to right? So I usually use left to right. And then what are the measurement units? I'm working on inches. Okay, then the interior trim size, I'm going to use 6 by 9 inches. Okay, this is usually the US standard when you are working on paperback. Okay, so I use 6 by 9 inches. And now what's the page count? What's the number of pages you want to format, you want to work on? Okay, when you're working on a low content, please know the number of pages you want to do. So most times when they give you these journals or jotters at wedding occasions, seminars, programs, if you check, most of them are usually 50 pages, 60 pages, 70 pages. It all depends, but if you check very well, you usually see that they are all 50 pages. Most of them are 50 pages. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to work with 50 pages today. So I click on 50 and I click on calculate dimension. So once you get to this stage, calculate dimension, Amazon is going to calculate all the dimensions for you so that you don't make mistake when you are trying to create the main content or the cover. Okay, so I click on calculate dimension, and then Amazon is going to show us the dimension of what we are supposed to work on. So the full cover that we're going to be working on, the size is going to be 12 by 375 and by 9.25, and then the front cover is going to be 6 by 9. The safe area is going to be 5.875, the bleed 0.12, margin the same thing, your spine. So if you look here, this is how you're going to understand it very well. So the first one says your full cover, which is the whole of this paper, the whole of this shape you're seeing here, which is 12.375 by 9.25, okay, which is one. You can see it here, the whole of this book you're seeing here. Now the main front cover that you want is 6 by 9, which is 2. So see here, the whole of this place you're seeing here, this 2 here is the 6 by 9 that we are working on. Okay, so the next thing you want to check is your safe area, which is number 3. So these are the place, you see this place, they measure 3 now. The content of that low content journal you are about to publish should not exceed this area you're seeing here, so that when they are trimming to size, you don't have issues with them trimming inside your content. All right, so that's why they call it the safe area. Then your bleed is 0.125, which is number 4. You can see here, this is the bleed. So they are going to trim this part off your work. They're going to trim it off. When they are trimming, it will be trimmed off. So that's the bleed area. Now the margin is your 0.125, I mean to say, which is the space between the main work and the work that is not really so important, is 0.125. Then we have the spine. The spine has to do with the space between the both of them. Can you see the space between the back and the front of your work? Okay, now you have the spine safe area, which is this number 7. You see the space here. So if at all you want to add anything, it should be within this space. You can see here. And then we have the spine margin, which is here, these tiny margins you're seeing here. So if you've looked at everything here so well, now you want to use this particular template so that you don't have issues with creating your cover. All you need to do is to come here and download the template. So it's going to download in a zip file. It's going to download in a zip file. So once it finished downloading, I just go to my download option. I go to download and I'm going to look for it. So I'm just going to remove it from here. I will open a new folder so that I can edit it very well. So I already created a new folder. I'm just going to paste it here, and then I'll right click and then click on extract here. So I'm going to extract it so that I can have the JPEG format that I need. So click extract here. Okay, so you can see it in the paper JPEG or PNG format here. So this is it. I'm just going to open it so that you see. So while it's opening, so what you're going to do, like I said before, we're going to be using Canva for our work. So this size you're seeing here is going to help us in what we're going to do. Okay, so come to Canva. So I'm going to show you how you can create this content on Canva. Okay guys, so this is how it looks like. Can you see now? Our paperback cover template, left to right, the inches is 6 by 9 and black and white, 50 pages, cream paper and all of that. So they give you all the details. Your front cover size should be 6 by 9 and then your back cover should also be 6 by 9. So they've given us the sizes that we're going to work with. So what you're going to do now is to head over to your Canva. Okay, head over to Canva, click on create design and customize. So we're going to customize the size. So the width is going to be, so you can see the ones I've used before now, which is 6 by 9 inches. Okay, so I can just click here and it's going to open for us the 6 by 9 inches. So what we're going to do here now is to create the cover of the book that we're working on. Okay guys, so you can see our Canva work area. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly create the cover that we're going to be working on, the back and the front. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I've created a very simple front cover and a back cover for my journal. All right, so what you're going to do next is you're just going to download both pages, download both of them. So I come to my download and just download them. So guys, as you can see, I've downloaded both the back and the front cover. All right, so what you're going to do now is you're going to come back to your Canva home and click on create a design again, customize. So you see the size that they gave to us here, this particular size, which is this size you're seeing here, overall dimension, which is 12.375 by 9.250. You're going to use this size to create another page that we're going to work on to give us the overall cover we want to work. So I'm just going to come back here to the calculator and then I just copy this, come back to Canva. So the width is going to be this and then come back again to the height and then paste it here. So make sure it's in inches, not pixels. All right, you click on create a new design. So this is the size that we're going to work on to give us the overall cover that we want to work with. Okay, so when you get here, that particular template we downloaded, that particular template, we're going to bring it in. So I come here to my upload and I'm going to upload the media. So the things you're going to upload is this particular template and the front and back design that we have done, that I already downloaded to my device. Those are the two things you are going to upload here. So you can see them here. This is the front and this is the back, and then this is the paperback template. So I'm just going to select all and then open. So it's going to upload here for us to start working with. So if you look here, some of the books I've actually uploaded, I have them here in my folder. Can you see them in my upload files? So they are here. So the essence of uploading them is that it's going to guide us so we don't make mistakes in adjusting our size and everything. So once it finished loading, just click here and it's going to be here. So you see, so bring it to the edge and drag to the finish. So the next thing we want to do is to bring in the cover. Okay, so bring this in. This is the back, remember. So put it somewhere here. Make sure you are very certain of what you're doing. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in so I can get this accurately. Okay, so bring in the front, which is this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this from the pack so you can see now. So if at all I want to change the color here, just come here and I will just make it black. So this is going to be the overall look of our work. Okay, then the spine area, just come here to elements and okay, so let me just take it back to white color. Okay, so I think this is perfect. instead of bringing in the white rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I can decide to put a little write-up here in the middle if I want to, but I don't really think that's necessary, so I just go with this. So when you're done with this simple design, all you need to do is to download it. So when you finish downloading, we're now going to work on the interior part of the book. That is the main part that people are going to write on, note things on, put in their day-to-day activities, whatever it is they want to actually put. That's the interior. So we're going to work on the interior right after now. So once you finish downloading the cover, the next thing you want to do now is to work on the interior, right? So head over to your Canva again and put in the recent size, which is 6 by 9 inches. So I just click on 6 by 9. So come back to this calculator. Remember they told us that the safe area should be 5.875 and 8.75, which is the safe area where our content should be in. So look at number 3, you see it here. This is our safe area. This is our safe area. So our content should not exceed that area, okay, so that everything can be visible. Even after Amazon they finish trimming to size and everything, your content will still be intact. So remember, we are creating low content, so you shouldn't be thinking, okay, what's the content she has been mentioning again. What I'm talking about is the low content. All right, this content has to be like maybe a rolling space, like what I showed you here, the video I showed you here that was showing us how a low content looks like. It's more of like what you can just click on to write on, put in your stuff, day-to-day activities and all of that. So you can see here working space is opening. So when you get here, what you're going to do first of all is to come to this option you see here, this file, and then you click on show rulers and guide. Okay, so that whatever it is you want to add, we know how to adjust it. It doesn't exceed where it ought not to pass through. Okay, so here the first thing you want to do is, how do you want your content to look like? How do you want the inside of your content to look like? So I'm going to show you how to do that here on Canva. Okay, so this is an example of how the inside of your jotter should actually look like. Okay, and you see here, you see how it looks like. This is how it should look like. So these are the examples. These are what I actually wanted to show you of what low content books actually looks like. So it could be anything. It could even be a monthly to-do list. It could be school timetable, office organizer, online shopping tracker, your mood tracker, how you feel each day. You understand? So those are the type of low content that you can actually generate. So what we are going to do is this. When you come here to Canva, I'm going to show you how to do that. So remember I said come to your file and then click on show rulers and guide. So what you're going to do is to come to elements and we're going to look for lines. So you see line here, I click on this line and it's going to appear here. So I'm going to do this now. You can see I'm going to reduce how thick I want it to be. That line is too thick, so I take it to something 3, and then I'm going to change the outline color to something a little bit light. I shouldn't be too dark. Okay, so zoom out and see if it's okay. So when you do this, the next thing I want to do is to duplicate this. So I'm just going to duplicate, and you see that it's the margin is going to help us so that we don't go outside the main part that we ought to put in our content. So zoom in again, and then I'm going to stretch this to the end. Okay, stretch this, and then I will duplicate. You see here now, I just keep duplicating. Okay, so zoom out so you can see now. So what I'm going to do is, maybe I just want to put in a little write-up underneath which says journal what you love. So I just put it here, bring it under, I change the font to Cushion and then reduce the size. Okay, so zoom in again, and then let's just put what we want here. So when you finish putting in the text, you can see it's telling us that we shouldn't exceed this particular part. You see, that's actually why I love Canva. It gives you direction. So come here to your formatting, and then you add a little bit of line spacing. Okay, you can see, so I'm adding a little line spacing, and then I can as well change the font color. It shouldn't be too dark. Okay, so you can see, and also make sure it's in the middle. So right now I think we've gotten this. So what we're going to do is, remember we're working on a 50-page low content journal. So instead of you trying to do page 1, page 2 all by yourself, since you've done one, the next thing you want to do is to just duplicate until you get up to 50. So watch me as I keep duplicating until we get to 50. So right now we've gotten up to 50 pages. So you can see here 50 page. So what you're going to do is come to your download option, and I'm going to show you what to do. Don't just download it like that. So click on download and select PDF print. So this one is best for printing. Do not select PDF standard, select for PDF print. So click on PDF, and it's going to print all 50 pages for us without stress. All right, so just click on PDF print. All right, crop, marks and bleed. This one is going to crop out the marks and bleed, but just leave it the way it is, and then you click on download. So you can see here our journal has finished downloading. So the next thing is you're going to head over to your Amazon KDP account, and let me show you how to upload it ASAP. So guys, we are here on our Amazon KDP account. So when you get here, what you're going to do is to click on create, and this time around you're not going to be selecting Kindle ebook, we're going to be selecting paperback. Okay, so you click on create paperback, so you can see it has brought us here. So the first thing you want to do is, what's this your ebook is all about? What's the title? So one thing I want to advise you to do is, when you want to create a journal, a low content or even Kindle ebook, whatever it is, make sure that these details you see that they are going to ask you, make sure they are all ready. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to quickly fill these options, because if you have watched my previous video or where I showed you how to upload your first Kindle ebook, then you should know how to fill in these details. They are all the same. The difference is just for you to select that option for low content, or if it's a low content, since you're using paperback. But if you're using a Kindle ebook, there is no option for you to select if it's a low content whatever. Okay, so let me just quickly fill these details here, and we can head over to the next stage. So guys, as you can see, I've input my book title. You can as well put a subtitle, although it's not compulsory, but you can do that if you want to. And for author's name, put in your name and your full name. Okay, the name on your Amazon account, that's the name you should put there. Then if anybody contributed to this journal, you can as well input the person's name. If there is none, you just leave it empty. Then your description. So you can see here I've input my description. So like I always say, please make sure you put the number of pages you have on your it could be a Kindle ebook, it could be a paperback or hardcover. Please make sure you put the number of pages there as well. Now you come here and say you own the copyright and hold necessary publishing rights. Yes, you tick this, and then as you can see here, I've filled in my keywords that will make people to easily get to know my book exists on Amazon KDP. Okay, so I showed you guys how to do that on one of the videos I uploaded. I think the video where I talked about how to upload your first ebook on Amazon KDP. You can see the video here, so you can go back and watch that video so you know how I got the keywords that I added here. So when I come here to categories, I'm going, okay, so I can as well select health and fitness if I want to, but just look for any category that suits what you're working on. Okay, 2 categories. So once I've successfully selected my categories, the next thing you want to do is, this is where you cannot decide if the content you are creating is for low content or large print book. So here we're going to say low content. So like I told you before, low contents are more of like journals, notebooks and planners. Okay, you can see it here. So just select low content. So the next thing you want to do is, does this book contain language, situations and all of that? You just say no, and then save, and it continues, I mean to say. So the save is successful and it's going to take us to the next stage. Okay, so here you're going to be working on the paperback content. So the next thing is publish without an ISBN. Low content books like notebooks, planners and other similar ones do not require an ISBN. That's true. So I just click on this option, and then the next thing I want to see is publication dates. Enter the date on which your book was first published. Leave this blank if you're publishing your book for the first time. So this is our first time of publishing this particular book, so we're just going to leave it the way it is. All right, so right here they are going to ask us to select what's the print option. So remember we said we are working on black and white interior, so with white paper. So you see it here, which is selected, and the size. So you remember the size we used was 6 by 9 inches. So if you want to select a different size, make sure that you've implemented the size on your pre-designed work, the work that you've designed before. Okay, so the next one is bleed settings, bleed for PDF. So remember our PDF work. Okay, our PDF has bleed, so click on bleed for PDF only. And then paper cover finish. How do you want the paper to be, the cover? You want to be matte or gloss? So the matte or gloss simply means, if it is matte, it's not going to be shining. If you buy some books from bookshop, okay, you find out that the surface is shining, while the surface is not shining, it's just dull but it's still matured. So that's how you can decide here. So I'm just going to say we want it in matte, and then they will ask us to upload our paperback manuscript. Okay, so if I come here, I'm going to upload the manuscript, which is the PDF of the work that we have designed. So I'm coming here to my downloads. Okay, so you see it here, journal what you love. So I click on open and it's uploading now. So once it finishes uploading, it's going to show us success. All right, so you can see it has showed us success. Our paperback has been uploaded successfully. So it says upload a manuscript of your book interior content. For best results, we recommend using a formatted PDF file to create your book. Okay, so that's how you see we downloaded our file from Canva as a PDF format. You can also upload a docs or doc HTML or RTF, but PDF is usually advisable here. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to head over to our creator, our book cover. This is where we're going to upload the cover. So select the option to upload the cover you already have. Okay, so here we're going to upload our cover. So upload your cover file, and the only option they accept this work is in PDF. So I think I just go back to download the cover again as a PDF format. Okay, so I'm just going to come here and click on upload your cover file, and you see the design here. So I can just rename it if I want to and say cover, and then just select and open. So let's wait for it to load. So it has successfully uploaded here. Does your cover include a barcode? So you check this box if the cover uploading includes a barcode. So you can see successfully uploaded. Now the next thing we want to do is, it looks like you have made some changes to your manuscript, so we're going to launch the previewer to show us how our book looks inside. Okay, so if there are any errors or adjustments, they will tell us to do that. So just click on the launch previewer and it will show us what needs to do. Okay, so you can see it will show you the errors you have so that they can correct it ASAP. So Okay guys, so from what we have here, we have some errors. Okay, so you see Amazon is telling us that if your book has errors, it won't meet our quality standard to publish your book. You need to fix the errors. So the first error is on page 32. It says our content came outside on page 32, and I think we'll go and check that. We'll go and check that particular place. I click and see how the other pages looks like. Okay, I think the problem is the text here wasn't showing, it's not here. And then the second error we have again is on our cover page, which says, you can see here, it says fonts are not properly embedded in your file. We have embedded them for you, but this might slightly change your book's appearance. Please check that your book still looks as intended. Learn how to embed fonts. Okay, so what we are going to do now, we're just going to exit the print previewer and we'll go back. I'll go back to my Canva to check for the heading. So I look for page 32 and see what's the error there, what's the problem with page 32. Okay, so this is the error. Can you see here, this particular text on page 32, it came out. So I just adjust it back, and then I'm going to head over to download again. So I download and PDF print, then I'm going to download this again. Then I also go back to my cover. I head back to my cover. I'm going to zoom in and adjust this a little bit. Okay, so after adjusting, I'm going to download again, so we'll see if there are any other problem. So I'm going to download it as PDF print. So after downloading, so that's why I said you should use this Canva, you should use the KDP calculator, cover calculator, so that you know what to do when you are trying to upload. So if you are able to meet up to these criteria, trust me, you will not have issues with uploading. Okay, so I come back again after it has finished downloading. I come back and come to my content. So I'm going to look for the manuscript. So I'm going to upload the manuscript again. So I come here and this is it, Journal What You Love 1. I open the manuscript. So it's loading again. Let's see. So it has been uploaded successfully again. So I come back to my cover and I'm going to upload a cover file again, which is on title design. I open. So once it has finished uploading, what I'm going to do next is to click on the previewer to see if there are any errors again. Okay, so come back here and click on launch previewer. So it's going to open the previewer this time. Let's see if we have any errors. So if there are any errors, that's how you keep going back to correct it until you meet up to what they want before they can approve it. So right now it's taking us here, and let's see if there's any other issues. So you can see we don't have any error issues. Everything are well placed this time around. So what you're going to do, if you notice, before this approve button here was not active, but right now it's actually active. So if I click on next to see how the page looks like, click again. So when everything is intact, the next thing we want to do is to just click on approve. Okay, so like I said before, whenever you get to this stage and it keeps showing you error, please try and rectify the error as soon as possible. Okay, so I'm already approving so that it can take us to the next phase to complete the whole process. So you can see it shows us complete for paperback content is complete. So I scroll down, and you can now see the summary and your printing cost. So for them to print this paperback, ink and paper type, black and white, everything, page count is 50. For them to print it on various platforms, if it is Amazon.com, is $2.15. That's the cost for printing. So you can see now see for the other ones as well. So what we're going to do is click on save and continue, and then it's going to take us to where we can input the pricing, which is how much you want this paperback to be on Amazon for sale. So you can see it has brought us here. So the next thing you want to do is, are you going to this paperback, will it be available in all territories? You select here. So I'm just going to click on this first option, available on all territories, and then our primary place marketplace is going to be amazon.com. and then pricing, royalty and distribution, enter the list price you would like to sell your book for. Your book will be distributed in the marketplace listed. You also have the option to make your book available to bookstores and other distributors, reaching readers beyond Amazon. Okay, so when you get here, 40% royalty. So what we are going for actually is this 60%. This is the estimate of how much you will earn for each sale. So whenever somebody orders for this book, for this low content journal we're creating now for $8, this is the amount you're going to be making, and this is the amount for printing, this is the amount for printing, and this is the amount we will be making from this book. So I'm just going to increase this and say let's put it on for $10.5, and let's see. So our profit goes to $4.15. So if you're okay with the pricing, just scroll down, and it takes up to 72 hours. So within 72 hours they are going to approve our book on Amazon. Okay, so when you get to this stage, just click on publish your paperback. So once you publish, congratulations, your book has been published on Amazon KDP. So people can get to see your journals, your jotters, whatever it is, and when they buy, you're going to be getting your royalty from Amazon. So you can see now your journal, what you love, self-love, workbook for women, release self-doubt, build self-compassion, confidence, and embrace who you are. It's available. Okay, so start your ebook now. So just click on close, and you can see here it's telling us that it's in review. So within 72 hours they are going to approve this content. So I want to stay glued to this channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, because a special website that is going to help you to generate low content for your Amazon KDP account. Instead of going to Canva to create over and over, I'm going to show you a site that will help you to generate those low content easily. So all you need to do is to just keep uploading, because for you to actually start making money on Amazon KDP, you need to have a lot of content there. Okay, it's not just about publishing one journal and you expect to make millions from it. No, publish as many as possible you can do, so that out of the numbers you've published, let's say you publish like 100, out of that 100, 10 are going to do very well, 5 will do very well, 20 will do very well. Okay, so that's why you need to keep creating and uploading over and over, except you want to run adverts on Amazon with just one journal or Kindle ebook that you have. But if you don't want to do that, then I would advise you to keep creating. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you'll be at alert whenever I drop a video on this channel. Thank you for watching.